Well, good afternoon. It's Monday. I've got to be a little bit quiet because Fifi's asleep on the couch next to me. Right, I've not made a video in a few weeks and I apologise. So, what happened was 2 weeks ago, the week was absolutely mad busy. We did some really good jobs, some interesting stuff. Got to go up to Scotland in the snow and everything, but I just never got a chance to make a video. And then last week I worked Monday and Friday, and all I was weak and ill. All week I was ill and weak. Anyway, whatever. But something did happen last Monday that I need to tell you about. Not a good thing. And this is one of the risks that you take using subbies on the CX if you are a courier company out there. And it's a warning to everyone not to do it and not to let it happen to you, because it happened to me. So let's get on with the story anyway. Sorry, I've got to touch my face a lot. I know. So the Friday before, I arranged for a van. I booked a 4-metre van to pick up from Stockport and deliver to Newcastle. There's quite a bit of kit, but it was all going to be handballed on. The quotes came in. Some of them were extortionate as usual. Some of them were cheap as usual. I went with one with really good feedback, based in Newcastle, good rate. Anyway, phoned them, and they're like, "Yeah, what are the good?" So I told them. On the phone. I told them it's all being handballed onto the van. If it's on pallets, it's not going to fit. Weight isn't an issue because it doesn't weigh that much, but we need to handball. We're going to handball it onto the van, and when it's on site, it's going to be handballed off completely. Yeah, that's fine, no problem. Our driver will be with you in half an hour. And I was there. I was on site at the customers waiting for the driver. I was also loading myself and loading another van as well. And an Arctic turned up. A 44-ton Arctic. So I said to the driver, it was all sign written in their company. I said to the driver, right, it's all loose. We're going to have to pack it onto you loose. That's how we've arranged it. It's been handballed on, handballed off. No, it needs to be palletised to go on a wagon. Right. Brilliant. So, palletised it all. Took us about an hour to get it sorted, get it on this wagon, get the wagon out of there. And then Saturday morning, I got a really, really arsey text off the director of this company in Newcastle. Right, we've offloaded the pallets off the wagon. They won't fit on a van on the pallets. I said, I know. That's why I booked a van, because it clearly stated we were handballing it on and handballing it off. And I told your staff when I phoned that in the conversation, and you claim to have recorded a phone call, so you already know. Basically, after some back and forth, he just point blank refused to do the job. Right, now we've got an issue, because this stuff needs to be on site at 8 o'clock Monday morning, and it's in their yard. Right, when do you open Monday morning? 8 o'clock. Right, I'll get a van to come in at 8 o'clock, load and go. It's going to be late for my job, but it'll get there. Right, yeah, no worries, mate, whatever. Give me a load of crap. So, there was 4 pallets and a cabinet. So cabinets are 2 meters tall. So I put the job up on the CX. I put it on the WhatsApp group. Asked if anyone with a brain could do it. No one got back to me. I put it up on the WhatsApp, on the CX, and I booked another Newcastle company. Booked a Luton. It was like £2.50 a mile. Wasn't cheap. Booked it for 8 o'clock that morning. It arrived about 8:45, and I didn't hear anything off him. I explained everything over the phone. You're picking up €4 pallets and a cabinet. The cabinet's tall. It needed to be tipped over if you've got a shutter on the back. If you've got barn doors, it'll go straight in. Yeah, no worries, mate. We can do this. We can do this job for you. Brilliant. So I got the notification saying they loaded, notification saying they're on site, notification saying they're delivered. So I thought, I'll just check on the CX. Right. Delivered. Brilliant. Signed for by, brilliant. Photos taken, brilliant. 4 pallets. We couldn't get the cabinet on. It was too tall. Are you taking the piss? Are you joking? Is this some sort of joke? So I phoned them. I said, right, I've just got your notification saying you've delivered, but you've only delivered 4 pallets and not the cab. Why haven't you phoned me? Oh, well, we just thought we'd get what we could there for you. No, it all needs to go to site. All of it. That cab should have been delivered. Well, we'll see what we can do for you. But we're not going back. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Absolutely fantastic. So, CX member number 1 screwed me. CX member number 2 screwed me. I'll book another van. Brilliant. It'll cost me a fortune, this job, innit? Hey, wifey. Bonjour. So, I booked a third van. I booked another Luton tail lift, went through the entire thing with them, even gave them permission to lie the cabinet down because we had permission off the customer to lie it down. He said he'd be there in half an hour. An hour later, I get a phone call. Hi, mate. What's up? I can't take this cab. What do you mean? We had this conversation on the phone. You can tilt it, you can lie it down, you can do what you want to get it in the van. No, they've told me that it's worth 145 grand and my insurance won't cover that and I'm not taking it on the van. So I've left. I'm cancelling the job. I was like, who's told you it's worth that much money? The company I'm picking it up from. Mate, the company you're picking it up from has absolutely nothing to do with this job. It's my job. They screwed me first. Someone else has screwed me, and now you're screwing me. Yeah, well, they told me it's worth this much. Mate, it's worth 1,500 quid. It's empty. There's nothing in it. It's just a cabinet. It's just a metal cabinet. Nothing in it. All the stuff that goes in it is already on site waiting to go in it. No, I'm not taking it. Right. Brilliant. Phone down. So, I book another driver on the CX. Oh, gosh. I booked another Luton tail lift, pump truck, gave him the whole, you need to tilt it to get it in or you can lie it down. It's not worth 145 grand, it's worth 1,500 quid. Blah, blah, blah. Just get this on the van and get it to site. And if you do it, I'll pay you double. That's what I said. If you get this to site, I will pay you double. Did they get it to site? Did they fuck? So, about an hour and a half later, I got a phone call. I've been kicked off site. It's like, have you got the cabinet? No, they won't let me load it. They're refusing to let me tilt it or lie it down. Right. So you're not on site anymore? No, they kicked me off. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I phoned this company that's now keeping my cabinet hostage. And I have never been sworn at so much. It's ridiculous. So they answered the phone, all polite as pie. I told them who I was, and instantly their attitude changed. Completely changed. So I'm on the phone already. I'm getting like a proper snotty attitude, proper arsey. And I went, what's going on? I've sent 3 drivers in to pick this cabinet up and you're telling them it's worth how much? And you're telling them this and you're telling them that. No. We've got it all on CCTV. Your drivers are coming in, being arsy with our staff and refusing to load it themselves. No. I've arranged with all of these drivers to load it themselves. I even arranged to pay the last driver double to load it himself and get it to site. So no, something's going on your end. No, it starts swearing at me and telling me I'm wrong and telling me I'm accusing him of things and blah, blah, blah. And in the end, the conversation went nowhere. And he was like, just send the right vehicle in to pick up this thing. I am not an happy bunny. But throughout this, I've been keeping my customer informed. And they know what's going on. And they know the cab actually doesn't need to be there until Tuesday. at the earliest. The electricians are fitting it, they're not there till Tuesday at the earliest. So I'm raging. Speak to my customer again. He's like, I'll phone him. Pretend to be one of your staff. So he phoned, pretended to be from Freddie Fletcher Limited, and he got the exact same abuse that I did until he told him who he actually was. And he was the customer, and it was his goods, and he told him exactly how much it's worth, and exactly anybody could come in and pick that up. If a small van came in, they could light it down and pick it up. As long as it's 2 meters long, it'll fit. So like, right, sorry, we're really sorry about this. Blame me, and said I'm a terrible courier company and all my couriers that I keep sending in were rubbish. I'm not going to deny they were pretty rubbish, but the best of a bad bunch, it would seem. So by this point, it's getting on in the day. It's about 3:30. They close at 4. Won't let me pick up. So I decided Tuesday morning, I'm just going to do the sensible thing. I'm going to book a 7.5 tonner with a tail lift. You can take 2 meters and just pump it on easily. Even after that conversation that they had with my customer and everything like that, I knew if I sent another van in, it wasn't going to get loaded. So I booked a 7.5 tonner. Cost me a fortune. The job was 13 miles. I think it was 150 quid. So yeah, not ideal. But I phoned him to book him, and I told him exactly where they were picking up from, and he went, "Yeah, I've been in there a few times, mate." I told him the story, what had happened, and he said, "Yeah, sounds like them. They are the most awkward people you'll ever do business with." I went, "I'll never do business with them again. Trust me after this." He went, "Don't worry, mate. I'll sort it for you." And he did. He went in on time, picked it up on time, delivered it straight to site. Hallelujah. But the first company that did me dirty, let's call them Bruce's Bullshitters. It's part of the name, based in Newcastle. I have never met or spoke to such disrespectful people ever doing this the entire time I've been doing this. I've been doing courier work for like 14 years now, and I've been doing this on my own for nearly 3. And my God, that was just... I don't know if like they know the channel or something and they don't like me, or they just don't like people, business, but absolutely ridiculous. They were told it needed to be handballed on. They sent a wagon instead of a van, and then they refused to handball it onto a van, which caused all this palaver. They then lied to drivers, telling them the goods were worth much higher values than they were, and they refused to let drivers tilt it to load, even though they had permission of me and my customer. Wow. So I'm not just giving them negative feedback. There's a full complaint going into the CX about this one. I'm yet to write it all up. But my God. And they also told me they were going to send me all the CCTV footage of my drivers refusing to load themselves, which they never did. But anyway, that is my story. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.